This next clip you're going to see is part of a full podcast. Check the link in the description for the full podcast. Enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the PL pod here on Daniel Talks Football on YouTube. We are back to start talking to Javier to do an Everton deep dive. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe, switch the notification bell on, and like the video, go comment. I feel like a proper YouTuber saying all of this. Go over to the Instagram, follow that, Daniel Talks Football. And now you've done all that, we can get into the next segment. Okay, Javier, Everton. Transfer activity. What have Everton done so far this window?
So we brought in Tarkowski.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, Tarkowski, yeah.
He's got the first one wrong.
Vinagre on loan.
Of course, I forgot about that. That's very irrelevant. Yeah.
Not irrelevant. And obviously, Dwight McNeil. And we've got 3 incomings probably in the next week.
Yeah. Continue.
Which are Cody on loan,
Uh-huh.
Garner Gay, and I've forgotten his first name. Something Onana.
Is it Amadou?
It's not Andre Onana. That's the keeper.
Is it Amadou Onana?
Let me see. It is Amadou Onana.
I'm so smart. That's good business, considering you were down there with us at one point for not doing anything apart from Tarkowski.
Yep. And all of a sudden we've got 6 signings.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about Vinagre. How do you pronounce it? Is it Vinagre? Vinagre. Keep forgetting about him. He's not needed, is he?
I think he is. He's the backup for Mikalenko, because he's the only left back we have at the club.
Yeah, I know you've got Mikalenko, so I'd get maybe, but he didn't really do that well with Wolves. I think he'll just end up going back in a year. I don't think you'll buy him permanently.
No, to be fair, he was pretty decent when he came on. He came on for Mina because he got injured, and we moved.
Classic.
Who was it? We switched. Oh no, to be fair, we just switched to a fullback, and we just tried to absolutely bomb up the pitch.
Fair enough.
And he was decent.
So he was all right. Fair enough. What still needs to be done then? Obviously, you've got those 3 incoming guys. Say that they do all come in. And I know Onana is for a lot of money, so keep that in mind because you lot don't have any.
Yeah.
What still needs to be done?
Striker! ST striker! The reason we lost against Chelsea, we didn't have a striker. Get Dennis in. Get him in. Get Dennis in. Get anybody in. Dennis, you've got freaking Cornet signed for West Ham now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Anyone, just a striker.
Anybody else that hasn't been relegated from the Premier League?
Timu Pukian. Yeah, we could. We'll take Iheanacho, mate. We'll take anyone.
Yes.
Just get a striker in.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah. See, target man could fit him pretty well with us, you see.
So a striker. Okay.
Striker.
Is that 1? Is that 2?
2.
2. Is that 2?
No. 1 permanent and 1 loan.
Is that 2 on the presumption that Calvert-Lewin goes?
No, that's 2 on the presumption that Calvert-Lewin's injured the entire season, which he probably will end up being.
Okay.
Most of the season, not all the season.
Bringing
he's
in
out for 6 weeks right now.
Okay, so maybe a loan. Yeah, I can see that. Any other positions apart from the 2 strikers?
I'm trying to think. Do we need another centre back?
Who have you got? You've got Godfrey, who's good.
Godfrey's just broken his ankle.
You've got Mina, who's always injured.
Yep.
And you've got Michael Keane.
You've got Michael Keane, who's an absolute liability.
Yep.
Then you've got Cody and
Cody, of course.
Cody coming in,
which is helpful.
And you've got Tarkowski.
So you've got Holgate as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He was decent, to be fair.
So I think you should be alright. However, if you were to let go of Mina,
I don't think we'll let go of Mina before the transfer window shuts.
If you were to let go of Keane, maybe, then
I think we'll let go of Keane.
Then maybe you need another one at that point. A young lad would be ideal.
Yes.
You know,
just send Brathwaite on loan. Branthwaite.
A 21, 22-year-old.
Yeah, 21. I want to say 21.
No, I'm not talking about Brantwaite. I'm talking about someone to bring in. Looking at a 21, 22-year-old who won't have to start every game.
Yeah.
Or just an old head who's happy to be a rotation option. That's another option. Do you want Yannick Vestergaard?
Absolutely not.
Somebody of that kind of ilk is what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Who isn't needed at a bigger club that you could take on and use. Who still needs to go? Who still needs to be sold? Who still needs to be loaned? What still needs to be done?
So I'm trying to think who we've just sent out on loan. I think who have we sent out? We've sent out Brathwaite, obviously. Lewis Dobbin's gone out on loan. Ellis Sims has gone out on loan. Tyler Onyango's gone out on loan.
Okay.
Who else needs to be sold? Keane needs to go, but I don't think he'll go.
Okay.
In this window. Andre Gomez has had a few links.
Okay. Have you? I may have missed it, but have you said Salomon Rondon?
I mean, for now, I'd keep him.
Would you?
Because we're just in dire need of a striker. If we don't sign a striker, we have to keep him.
Fair enough.
However, if we get one in, maybe he'll want to leave, which will actually be a win. But no, he's just a championship striker. That's what it is.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Is that? Yes, I was going to say. Is that everything? A winger?
We've got McNeil.
Townsend, McNeil, Gray, Gordon.
I've seen Gray linked away with the move, actually.
I could see one of Gray or Townsend.
Yeah.
Where would Gray go?
Horrendous. Gray's horrendous. I see what you mean now.
Where would he go? He is horrendous, yeah. But where would he go?
A championship club.
Yeah, but would you want?
I could see like Reading or something.
I think he'll get a better move than that.
You think so?
Why can I see him going to Watford for like 15 mil plus Dennis? No.
Not plus Dennis. But
no,
Dennis goes either way.
As in, yeah. So Watford would get 15 mil plus Gray for Dennis.
Yeah. I could see. I would take that.
I could see something like that. Or,
however, the problem with Dennis is that Watford will want all the money up front. They wouldn't want it in instalments. How we've done it with. Who we did it with? We did it with McNeil and Onana.
Onana, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, all right. Could he go to Norwich? I'm thinking of a side like that.
Yeah.
Would Burnley take him under Vincent Kompany for like 5 mil?
Potentially. Seeing as though they've just got rid of Cornet and McNeil, they do need a left winger.
I would have tried to include him in the McNeil deal.
True.
I don't know if you did, but I would have tried to include him in that and knocked down the price by 5 mil.
Yeah.
So I think that is his worth in these sort of deals, which is good because you made profit on him then.
Yeah.
You signed him for cheap.
What did we sign for? It was about 2 million, I think it was.
Exactly. So, you know, that's fair enough. Who's the one to watch this season?
I'd say there's a lot of players to watch. However, if there's one, it's Alex Iwobi. And this sounds ridiculous. Yeah,
I know. It does. Go on. I'm really interested. I want to hear more.
So Iwobi has, since Lampard has come in, he's been converted to a centre mid.
Okay.
And since then, he's found a way to sort of drop deeper and travel with the ball a bit more, which I think was always his strength. And especially now, he's not a player that will score and assist a lot, but it's weird because he'll make plenty of chances, but he won't assist, which is a very weird way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can put it.
He gets the secondary assists.
Yeah, you can say that. Because he will travel with the ball, he'll give it to a winger, he'll put it in the box, they'll target strikers, whoever the hell back post will tell
and then they'll score it. So he gets the second assist, yeah. Okay, that's a surprise. I know you've raved about him, but it's such a weird one with him because obviously he moved from Arsenal for that big money move of 40 million and he did not work out.
Absolutely not.
It did not work. He wasn't a winger and that was quite clear to see. Or at least he wasn't performing out on the wing. If he has been moved centrally and that is working, then fair play to him. If you would put a transfer value on him, how much would you sort of say he is worth? I know you're not looking to sell him, but just sort of as an idea of how good he is.
About 10 to 15 million.
10 to 15 million. So, compare him to Dennis Pratt.
Yeah.
Is that the sort of level?
He's basically an English Pratt. No, he's not an English Pratt.
Nigerian.
Dennis Pratt. Yeah, Nigerian as well.
He's a Nigerian Pratt, okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so he could be a one to watch then. Outside of him, who else could you say are players to keep an eye on?
McNeil is going to be an interesting one to see how he does, because 20 million is a lot for someone who doesn't get many contributions, saying that he is also the main replacement for someone who had our most goal contributions last season.
Yep.
So he'll be an interesting one to see whether he's going to be a person who creates a lot of chances, or whether he'll be someone who is made to travel with the ball, like Iwobi or something. Maybe like even someone who can sort of be someone who stays back while the fullbacks would go up. He would sort of stay back a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. It's really he plays a weird role. Against Chelsea, he played a very weird role. He was sort of turning into a wing back while Maddison advanced higher up the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. There'll be Decore. We'll see how interesting he does, because very, very good game, apart from until he gave the penalty away, which was, in my opinion, the worst possible thing that could have happened.
Okay.
Just a minute away from the game to end, and that was it. He gave away a penalty.
Okay, and then outside of that, is there anybody else? Is Patterson maybe one?
I'd say Patterson maybe is one, because he's finally getting his chance to start, and he's trying to prove a point. Especially now, he's already had his first appearance and he performed very well.
Fair enough.
And Tarkowski would be my final one.
Tarkowski, okay.
Even though I think most people know what he already brings. You'll have like a solid centre back who'll always win headers and stuff. Yeah, and we needed a centre back like that for ages now.
Fair enough. I've got 3 more questions. The first one is a bit of a prediction. Frank Lampard, does he stay until the end of the season? We know what your board's like. We know you like to suck managers. I can't remember the last time you had a manager for more than 2 seasons. It's
Neither can I.
Been a long time. Does he remain until the end of the season?
I think it depends on if Everton are higher than 12th by Christmas, he stays. If not, he goes.
That's high expectations, that is.
No, but this is the Everton board one. But I'm doing this in perspective of the
No, yeah. I know. But even for them, that's high expectations.
It is.
Because you could get relegated.
To be fair, we are still going to be in a relegation battle this season.
Exactly. I think.
However,
anything above 15th is good.
Fair enough.
Genuinely.
Maybe 13th. Maybe 12th was too optimistic.
Yeah,
maybe
fair enough. So, your prediction? Do you think he stays?
I think he stays the season.
Wow. Is this finally a turn in ways for Everton then?
Probably not. Because he won't stay until the end of the season. He probably won't stay till the end of the season, but I think he could.
You think he could? Okay, fair enough. And then how are we looking for the season? How do you think it will end up planning out?
I mean, I don't want to say anything yet, because we always have good starts to the season. Last year under Benitez, we went 5 games unbeaten, and then
by the way,
before we knew it, we were 18th.
By the way, a good start to the season for Everton is losing 1-0. I just want to put that into perspective.
What do you mean?
A good start to the season for Everton is losing 1-0 to Chelsea. Is that really what a good start is?
The good bit about it is the way because we were the better side on the day, I think. I think Chelsea's defence was just absolutely solid. Thiago Silva I think he was the man of the match. I thought he was incredible.
Fair enough.
Koulibaly had an absolutely solid debut. You had Ben Chilwell always causing problems, eventually won the penalty. You had Reece James, as always, threatening an attack. You have Conte just sat there in front of that.
Okay, so fair enough.
No, back four.
Fair enough. So, So it was a good start then. It was a decent start because they did just sit back and defend.
Performance-wise, yes. Result-wise, obviously not.
Yeah, obviously. So is it top 15 you're looking for? Top 10? How? Give me a position.
By the last 5 games of the season, I don't want us to have to worry about relegation.
Okay.
Like, no, as in not completely not worry, like not completely not worry about it, but like we are favourites out of the relegation. Like of all teams in the relegation scrap, I want us to be the favourite to survive.
Okay. What's your end position? Do you think?
I think we finished 14th.
14th. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. What did I say? Obviously, as a non-Leicester fan. Obviously, as non-Everton fan, I said 15th.
Fair enough. I could see both. Either it will go extremely well or it will go extremely badly.
What is well?
There's no in the middle. Well is what I said, just keeping out the relegation scrap by the end of the last 5 games.
Fair enough. And obviously badly is relegation.
Yes.
Okay. And then give me predictions on the cups.
I think we'll go out early in the FA Cup. I'm predicting a round 3 exit. So,
okay.
I don't even know a championship side, I'm assuming.
Fair enough. And
the EFL Cup, I think we'll make quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals? Okay. That's not an awful season, personally.
I think we'll get an easy route in the to the quarterfinals of the EFL, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. What we'll do is we'll take another short break.